I'm thinking about
getting sucked off.
when all the Chinese immigrants
are
that come
played
over
with.
here and they understand how voting works and they finally figure out that they're allowed to vote. Because that's the other thing people don't understand. There's actually 18 million people living in Chinatown, but
they could swing at every election.
Only like 7 of them, fill
Understand
out
the concept.
fill out the census.
Mm-hmm.
And so the city has to estimate. They think the population in New York's like fucking 10 million, but it's actually somewhere close to
28 million.
1.2 billion people.
Oh, wow.
And they're all Chinese.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
that is actually news to me.
Once they realize their political potential, it's over for the rest of us.
I'm going to go down there. I'm going to do.
You're going to organize.
Yeah, we're calling it Ting Tammany, and it's the new Tammany. But
You're
going to
be like the president of them.
Don't you think they would prefer a Chinese president?
No, they prefer Nick.
They need Irish guys to show them how to be corrupt the fun way.
Yeah, Nick's gonna shave his beard just to be like 2 long hairs on either side of his.
No, I'm gonna stay exactly the same.
No, I think you're gonna do
get
kind of a Confucian
a
look.
stovepipe hat.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
just going around twirling a cane around, speaking Chinese to the locals. I'll be like, we're gonna
full suit stovepipe hat.
We're gonna bust you all down to the polls. And
You're gonna vote multiple times. They won't be able to tell the difference.
They won't be able to tell the difference. Ting Tammany.
That's smart. Using Western racism or Western racism.
Yeah, you're gonna pay him to vote.
Actually, you guys are like this. I was in Chinatown the other night, and there was a group of 8 Chinese teenagers.
Go on.
And they probably lived in Chinatown, so they were calling each other the N-word.
Of course,
they live in Chinatown. But one of them, I just walked by. Well, one of them goes, "Yeah, man, I'm fitting." And he didn't say man. He said the N-word. He goes, "Yeah, I'm fitting to fuck with some Chinese food."
He said that about.
They're all trying to decide what to eat in Chinatown as a group of Chinese people from Chinatown. And one of them said they're fitting to fuck with Chinese food.
Yeah.
You're like, excuse me, you can just call it food.
Don't you mean new Chinese food?
Well, it's like, what? Okay, I guess. Yeah, sure. Go off.
Style.
Respect to them, dude.
Go off.
Respect to,
Go off.
A generation brought up on Aquafina.
Is Ching racist? Can you say
what?
Ching? If I say go off Ching?
That's probably racist.
I don't think. Yeah,
if I don't put Chong at the end, it's fine.
No, I don't think it is.
I think that counts as racist.
I think it is actually definitely racist. There's a little Japanese woman dropping N-bombs.
I went to Jewish.
Well, half their words sound like curse words.
It's true.
I went to Montreal style.
Oh no, hiamero. Just in like a restaurant. My first girlfriend used to do this impression of. She took some like English class with like some Chinese, just like Chinese but like Chinese Barbie basically. Like a very like glitzy Chinese girl, and they had to write like a persuasive essay and then read it in class. And she was the first person I knew that could do like a just fucking rock solid Asian impression.
Yeah.
And she used to crack me up because she was like, this girl in this class gets up and she's like, shopping is, my essay is on why shopping is good. And she's like, shopping is beneficial because you get exercise from carrying the bags. And fuck, man, that shit used to crack me
Was
up.
that in like what context was it? It was like in a college
It's like
class?
an English class, yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, shopping is beneficial because you get exercise from carrying the bags. Yeah, and she was telling me about they had to write another because they were always like writing essays and having to read them. And there was another one they did, and she was talking about like the effects of war on people or whatever. And she's like, a lot of people don't consider the psychological effects of war as the physical effects of war, such as breast cancer and brain cancer.
Oh
fuck.
my God.
And before you get mad and say that that's
a quote.
anti-Asian, remember that was my first girlfriend, not me doing the voice.
Okay.
I'm reporting.
If the voice is bad, okay.
The voice isn't fucking...
Can we just admit that it sounds funny?
The voice is funny. It's not bad. It's not like a sign of like disrespect. It's like the same as literally doing any other fucking accent.
Russian accent or a French accent?
There is no difference. If like anyone that tells you that there's a difference is lying. It's like any argument that I've seen has been bullshit. That's like, oh, you're mocking the struggle that Asia. No, I'm laughing at a silly voice. That's it. I'm not fucking like, it's not like, fuck these people trying to learn English. At least with me personally. Shane might feel that way. I don't. It's just genuinely, I think it's like it's a funny voice.
Also,
I was making myself laugh the other day, imagining like fucking Chinese Tony Soprano.
That would be good.
It would be good. Just going to Dr. Melfi. Just going to Dr. Melfi being like, I feel bad. And then Melfi's like, don't feel bad. And he's like,
she's Chinese.
Oh,
too.
Okay, bye. And then that's it.
Yeah.
That's the whole show.
Yeah.
Woke up this morning. Bing, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. He's just crashing his car all over the New Jersey Turnpike. He's just smashing into the guardrails in the Jersey Wall, smoking that cigar. Ding, 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 ding. Rear-ending people. Oh, fuck. Yeah. No, that won't stop being funny to me. I'm sorry. I can't. You're not going to convince me that's not funny. You can't do it. And I don't like, I don't know. I'd rather live my life and laugh at things because it brings me it makes me feel better because life is garbage.
Yeah, it feels nice to laugh at something funny.
Yeah, it's like.
And they laugh at our shit too.
Right.
They think we're ridiculous.
I'm not fucking Mark Wahlberg. I'm not going out and like ripping people's eyes out with fucking meat.
No, it's not I mean, in a lot of ways, you truly respect the Chinese. You lived with them.
Sure. But I don't know. Yeah. Disappointing time to be in comedy, I guess.
So we're like, great, we work up an appetite. We're going to Toronto's famed Chinatown for a nice fucking meal.
One of the most famous Chinatowns there is.
And we show up. And the way I guess Toronto does shit, maybe it's just Asian restaurants because we went to
just that Chinese.
No,
restaurant.
we
no,
went
at
to a
the
pho
pho
restaurant.
place. It was like that too.
So maybe it's the Asian restaurants in Toronto.
Restaurant? Did I go?
No, you were at the
you missed
airport.
your
Nick
flight.
missed the flight from JFK. This is just to catch everyone.
Anyway, so we're sitting down, and
I didn't miss the flight. They wouldn't let me.
They
on
wouldn't
the
let him
flight.
on because
Right.
he didn't have
his
adequate passport.
Anyway,
Well, I went home and got my passport, came back, made the flight, and they still wouldn't let me on.
That is true.
That is true. Anyway, we're sitting down. They give you a little piece of paper to write down what you want. Nick immediately starts writing down Chinese.
No.
Chinese calligraphy. He was copying the Chinese calligraphy.
Because you write down what you want, and that's how they write.
But there's
on the
also a
menu.
number.
There's numbers.
There is numbers.
You're very
where
clearly
you just
supposed
write
to order
down the
by
number. Yeah.
Anyway,
So
it
Nick's
doesn't
writing
matter.
down Chinese
I
calligraphy.
wanted to make it easier for them, and then you messed me up. by
How do you
saying-
know if it's the right
It's
symbol?
fine.
There could be a
Don't
minor.
don't engage with
I
him.
literally do know that is the way to write. First of all, I was doing a good job copying it. Also, the characters themselves only have like certain strokes.
Anyway,
It's
you
like,
dumb
there's
bitch.
only-
It was too big anyway,
Nick took
motherfucker.
out a giant paintbrush.
I
He
wanted to
started
make it
painting the
clear.
Chinese
You
calligraphy.
were writing in like anyway. Nick takes up half the fucking paper writing one order of something.
beef with broccoli.
So
He did the calligraphy
Anyway.
for it.
we're like, no, you dumb bitch. We have to order it over here. What are you doing? All right, fuck it. We'll
Let's
get a
just
new
get a
paper.
new paper.
Well, you kind of bullied me into it, and then I was writing fake Chinese after that.
Well, no, you
Right.
wrote over the whole thing with one item.
No, it was
Most
not
of
that
it
much.
was. It doesn't matter. We
There
all
would've been
decided.
more room.
We all
It wasn't Nick's fault. We were just doing it.
We all decided
Yeah.
that
Well,
Let's
initially
start
I was
fresh.
just writing down beef with broccoli.
Okay, fine.
And then everyone said that's
Oh,
not
could-
how you're supposed to do it.
You write down the
And then-
number.
And
You
then I
copied
said,
the
"Oh, I'm
Chinese."
just doing it." And then I did fake Chinese.
Great.
After.
Fine, Nick. That's
Then
fine.
you
If you
wrote
hadn't
more-
fucking been an
we
asshole
wronged
about it.
you. Fine.
You didn't
That's
wrong me, but this was a group effort.
We were
Okay. Anyway, so we're like, okay, this is fucking retarded. We can't order food on this thing. We'll just ask the guy for a new one. Nick balls it up, puts it fucking whatever next to him.
Throws it on the floor.
Throws it on the ground. It's right anyway. I think it's a chair next to him. So we wave the waiter down. We're like, hey man, can we get another one of those? We wrote on it, whatever. We don't even say anything. Can we just grab another one? He's like, we want to order, and we're all hungry. We're excited to eat. He's like, where's the other one? And we're like, we just threw it away, man. We wrote on it.
And I just to interject, because I'm not telling the story, and now I could be an interject boy. I really admire the fact that you are not doing the accent. Yes. I think it's very respectful of you.
Thank you.
It didn't sound like this.
No, let me just say the voice is exactly what you're thinking.
Yeah,
it wasn't. I'm not doing.
He didn't sound like Stav speaking in a respectful
a little
American
theater
accent.
of the mind. Allow yourself to do the racist Chinese accent. So he's like, "Where's the other one?" And we're like, "We don't know. Whatever. Can we have another one?" He's like, "No. Where's the other one?" And Nick jumps quick. He got shook. Quick.
He got shook.
What the fuck are you? Like it's visible, by the way. I could have seen it. I don't know if the Chinese guy saw it.
He didn't see it.
It was next to Nick on the
Nick said he
chair.
went outside and smoked a cigarette.
Yes,
threw it
so
out
the
on
guy's
street.
grilling Nick now, and instead of just giving him the thing,
well, Adam simultaneously
he's
is like, no, he already drew on it. He has it. He drew on it already.
Which is fine though. We didn't have to lie to him. We
but it's
didn't do
easier
anything
to lie to
wrong.
him. Obviously, the guy is like, wants this piece of paper. I'm not giving it to him.
But, okay,
why?
There,
Okay, we didn't
right
have to lie.
there.
We could have just said
the issue. We could have just given it to him. There's no reason.
We
to
literally
hold
could
it.
have. We had it.
We had it right there. And listen,
right.
once you decided, I saw what was happening.
Yeah.
You were not giving it to him.
I was on your side.
We
Listen,
were backing you
we were
up.
backing you up.
100%.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
not
yeah.
going to side with a Chinese guy.
Sure.
But
With an incredibly rude one.
And he was very rude. Having said that, would have been very easy to hand him the balled up piece of paper.
Okay.
But we did. That's fine.
Well, okay. All right, fine.
This is a fundamental. You didn't want him to win. I get that. Anyway, Nick's locked in. He's like, I threw it away. I wanted to smoke a cigarette. I fucking threw it away.
Yeah.
And he's whatever. It's a fucking argument that doesn't need to happen. But we're locked in now. Now this Chinese guy's so rude that even though we don't,
We just said, give us another
we're just
fucking
like,
piece
just
of paper.
give us you're telling me this has never happened before? And he's like, no,
it's never happened. He's a
like,
$100 fine.
$100 fine.
$100 fine.
If you don't,
We're like, how? By who?
Like, who's giving us the
Levied
fine?
by who? The police?
So Adam calls him a Nazi. And then I'm like, all right, well, we're not fucking eating here, man. That's not happening. Go
He's
fuck
like, no, he told me to
yourself.
go outside and find it. And I'm like, all right. And I left.
Yeah. So Nick grabs it from the chair next to him. Very well. Good sleight of hand. I didn't see it at
Slick.
all.
David Blaine-esque.
And we're like, all right, motherfucker, we're not fucking... And we're making a scene at this restaurant. I mean, we're shouting.
It's like
People are
11 at
eating,
night.
And we're like, are you fucking kidding me? You're not going to let us eat here. We are going to... He's like, no. And we're like, all right, well, fuck you. We're not eating here.
Yeah.
Shouting at this man. He's shouting Chinesely at us, loud as fuck. And we just leave, and